like no one has ever seen, takes place on a church Sunday with 5 teens. Once awake from their own midnight sleeping, felt pernicious souls on their own creeping. With nothing to lose but their dignity, and one with a wish malignity, they set out to scour an adventure, only to know of their risky venture. We start off with the kind Louis Bernard, who's fond of adventure like a diehard. Always following his true gut feeling, he has never one to be a weakling. Keeping close watch with his feline-like eyes, adventure is what he exemplifies. Next is the one beautiful Kate Hurley, with the curiosity quite surly, always the one to ask simple questions, and quite plainly give many suggestions. With curiosity on her child mind, she is never one to be unrefined. Claudia Jones, a careless young woman, the granddaughter of Harry S. Truman. Over time very anxious she became, multifarious children was her aim. Not a single one she could ever have, undone with reality, she went mad. Olivia Oakley, prowess she had, expensive clothing she was always clad, presenting herself in a garish way to cover her character dossier. Terrible in her heart she truly was, craving attention and all the applause. Jane Mary, a quiet, shy beauty, she kept to herself as if her duty. Don't judge one only by their outward looks, you cannot read them as if they were books. Not a person knows why she has come here, but everyone is not whom they appear. The gang of 5 wakes from a long night's rest, for the problem would soon be manifest. To escape this nightmare was their main goal, scarring all of them, their heart and their soul. This horror story to some may appall, a deathly fate is awaiting them all.
Who are you?
Where are we?
Who are all of you?
Let's just introduce ourselves.
Oh, look at camera.
My name is Kate Hurley.
I'm Claudia Jones.
Jane Mary. I'm Olivia.
I don't know what my name actually is, but it's spelled Louis.
Why are we here?
I don't know. I don't even know any of you.
Okay, well, I'm Kate, that's Claudia, that's Jane.
That's not what I mean.
Well, then say what you mean.
Yeah, you really should be more clear.
But for real though, why are we all here?
That's what people have asked for many years, Jane.
We don't know where we are and they're making jokes. I have never met these people, but they're already giving me reason to quietly wring their necks. I'm serious.
Why are we in this building?
What kind of building are we in anyways?
Who cares? We just need to find a way out.
Look.
It's a note.
What's on the other side?
Oh, it's a letter.
Look, another paper.
This is a lot of words.
Here, I can read it. It says, "Hello, young ones. As you may have realized, you are not in the places you fell asleep. You probably have many questions. Why are we here? Where are we? What kind of building are we in?"
See, it wasn't a stupid question.
Whoever asked the question, "What kind of building are we in?" needs to know that yes, it was a stupid question.
I honestly was just asking a question. I don't know why they'd be so mean right off the bat. Like, at least give a few hours. They don't know me. I couldn't care less what they thought.
You are in an old church right now. However, this isn't some normal church. You 5 are not alone here. I will not ruin the surprise and tell you who or what else is in here. Not that you want to find out what it is. I can assure you that much. Your job is to make it out of here alive. Your gift for making it out is simple. You get to live. I want to formally wish you all good luck. Happy hunting.
What's on the back?
Milk, eggs, biscuits.
What are we gonna do?
What did they mean, who or what?
We should start going.
Go where?
I don't know. Let's just go. I just want to get out of here. Where even are we? You guys should carry me.
You have feet.
Heresy!
I'm sure we're almost there.
We should just keep walking.
I don't like it here. I get scared easily.
Why?
Well, you see, I once had a twin sister by the name of Stephanie who was just as curious as I. We always thought it was bequeathed from my mother. My mom says her and I are very similar. It is a blessing and a curse. The traits we share can surely seem to get us into trouble. I am scared of the things that I am unaware of, and that is why I am always so curious. I am scared of the things that I am unaware of. That is why I always am so curious. But behind my curiosity lies the tale of my dear sister Stephanie and how her curiosity drove her to her last breath above ground. One late night she was walking around town like she always does, and she heard this noise, but that noise happened to come from one of the most haunted graveyards in the county. She was curious but frightened. She followed the noise as stealthily as possible. As she kept walking towards the noise, it got louder and louder, and she did not realize what was ahead of her. She had fallen into a newly dug-up hole. She was far past 6 feet under, and the grave could fit over 10 people inside. Her head had begun to bleed because she fell onto a stone. Then she went unconscious. When she awoke, she was shocked to see half of her body covered with dirt. She tried to stand, but her legs were stiff. Once she got the strength, she stood. There was no way she was going to get out, for she was too deep down. There was no use. The dirt just kept on coming and coming. She yelled and screamed, but no one could hear her. Soon she had taken her last breath before inhaling the dirt into her lungs. The cops brought out their police dogs, and the dogs led us to the newly buried grave. They dug up the grave, but there was no body. The only sign of my lost sister was her necklace. We never found her. We do not know why. We do not know by who. All we know is her curiousness proved to have been too much for her. That is how I will always remember her, and how my mom thinks of me to be. Now I live cautiously by the saying, curiosity killed the cat. That's why I don't like scary things.
That would make me scared. Wait, do you hear that?
Hear what?
I don't hear anything.
I don't hear anything either.
Shut up, Lewis.
Be quiet, Lois.
I think it's Lewis.
I don't care what you think, it's Lois.
Who calls their son Lois?
People name their sons Mackenzie.
Guys, I think it's...
Listen,
I can kind of hear something.
this is scaring me.
Is that Spanish?
I think we should get out of here sooner rather than later.
You portended that? Where's it even coming from? I swear, if I have to run.
What's that?
What's that?
I literally just said that. Run!
Run!
Which way do we go?
Is it following us?
I don't care which way.
I think we should go this way.
Why?
Because I have a gut feeling.
So?
I think we should go with our guts, guys. My mom once told me a story when I was little. As a child, my mom lived in a town where there was a nature park between her school and her house. It was a short walk, but since it was through a forest, it made everything even more sketchy. She walked the path every single day. When she started high school, she joined a pep club, so she had to stay after school a few days setting up for big games and events. She loved doing it. She got to see the old, boring school all done up as if it were an average girl getting ready for prom. That's how she always described it. Her favorite time was to set up for homecoming. Her junior year, she and her best friend Jill stayed after school to set up for coronation. They were the only ones who showed up to help. They just brushed it off and continued to set up. She and Jill talked all through the night till they were finished. When they finished, they gathered up their stuff and put on their coats. Since Jill lived next door to my mom at the time, my mom suggested that they should just walk through the forest park. Jill agreed and they arrived at the entrance to the park, but my mom didn't feel right. She looked at the forest and said it seemed to look right back at her. She suggested going around the park, which would take another 10 minutes of walking. Jill protested and said that they should still go through, and that my mom was just being paranoid. My mom refused to go, so Jill challenged her and said that if she could walk all the way to her house before Jill could, Jill would give her rides to and from school for the rest of the year. Mom warily accepted and warned Jill to be careful. They split and my mom dashed home. A few minutes later, she made it home and waited at the entrance with a huge smile on her face, waiting to win the free rides. She waited 10 minutes. Then she waited another 10. Then another. She went home thinking that Jill had just went straight home. My mom went to bed and went to school the next day, but Jill wasn't there. Nor the day after that. Nor after that. My mom came to find out she was the last one to see Jill. She could have ended up like Jill, but she trusted her gut. I think we should go this way. There's even light down there.
Louis has a point. I just want to get out of here.
I don't know about that. Maybe whoever is doing this is trying to trick us.
I don't care which way.
There could be something scary down there if Jane is right. I kind of want to see what's down that way. The person would never consider us going that way.
True.
I still think we should go that way.
Let's vote. Who wants the mysterious way with the light at the end, which sounds a lot like the light at the end of the tunnel, if you know what I'm saying? The path that's somehow darker than my future?
Let's go then. They think it'd still be after us.
I'm too tired to walk anymore. You guys should carry me out.
All she does is complain about everything. It's all about her. I'm tired. Carry me. I don't want to do this. Pay my bills. All about her. At this point, I don't care if she doesn't make it out.
Who do you think brought us here?
I don't know.
Could it be one of us? I know it's not me, but I don't know about you guys.
That's kind of suspicious, Olivia.
I know that I am far too slothful to bring you all here and entrap you in this dilapidated old church with some strange beast, excessively hunting each one of us down every 5 minutes or so. Sorry, I am too tired to do stuff.
Well, I think I have a story. Everything isn't always as it seems, and those we think we know may not be who we thought they were. We all have that one friend we did anything for, whether we just open up our house for them to stay for a bit or even go as far and cover for them when they do something wrong. Sometimes we don't even think about lying for them. As soon as confrontation occurs, the lie just slips and your friend is home free. It was only about 2 months ago when a longtime friend of mine from work, whom I'll just call Susan, made up a scheme to steal money from the cash register and making it look like there was no way she could have done it. I've been working at my job for about 4 years now, and she started not even a full year ago. We work at a small general store in a fairly small town of only a couple thousand people. I know everyone and they know me, so I definitely stayed out of trouble. I didn't talk too much, but I would occasionally start up a conversation with some regular customers, and I always did my job right, so my boss loved me and trusted me more than our other employees. Now, Susan may seem like a pretty quiet and reserved person, such as myself, but she uses that as a cover-up to get away with things like cheating and thievery. Around our town, she has a pretty good reputation. She makes people believe she's responsible, hardworking, and honest. It doesn't help that she's the co-president of my school who helps organize events that keep our city looking pretty clean and even events that let our townspeople bond. However, she gets all her ideas from me. But anyways, they actually think she can do no wrong. They don't know her like I do. She may be a liar and a cheater, but I have to admit, Susan is pretty clever. Susan was having trouble saving her money for a car since she spent it all as soon as she got it. She had what she thought was the perfect idea to steal some money from work because no one would think she would do it. She told me step by step how she would do it. Susan would be working with our boss that day, and since our boss trusts her, not as much as me of course, she always let Susan count down the drawers and take some money to the bank. While counting the drawers, Susan would take all but 3 of each bill in the register and pocket it because she knew people would think, wouldn't someone take all the bills, not leave 3? Yes, I know stealing is wrong, but I figured she'd learn her lesson if she was caught, so I decided not to say anything and let her do her thing. I left for the day and received a phone call from my boss later that night asking why the register was short $1,000. I could have sold Susan out right then and there, but I didn't. Like the good friend I am, I pretended to not know anything about it and suggested that Susan might have let the new person we hired count the drawer instead, and she misplaced the money. I felt absolutely terrible for pinning the blame on someone who just started, but she was the first person to come to mind, and I was there the longest, so of course my boss wouldn't think I would have made such a mistake. Also, I knew about what Susan had planned, so if she went down, I was going down with her. I have a lot of pressure on me right now as I'm waiting for a letter from Aberdale University letting me know whether or not I got accepted. I was not going to let this stupid thing ruin my chances of getting in. Aberdale is my dream college. They have everything I could ever want in college. Big dorm rooms, amazing food, a large campus. They aren't very strict when it comes to enforcing rules like running late to class or even cheating, because those who get in such a prestigious college would never cheat, right? The only flaw about it is how expensive it is. But I'm sure I can find a way to pay for it all. Susan did get away with stealing the money, and for all I know, she could have other plans for the money. The news of all the missing money traveled around the town for about a week, then died down, and I know she was a little bit nervous of something finding out. As soon as people quit talking about it, she knew she had nothing to worry about from that point on. She got what she wanted, and that's all that mattered. She's always been that way, though, pinning the blame on someone else since no one could even imagine her doing something wrong. The only reason she is able to get away with so much is because no one ever expects the goody two-shoes ones. Guess you shouldn't judge a book by its cover after all.
She's right. It could be any one of us.
You know, you haven't said an awful lot this whole time, Lois.
What are you implying?
It's just that you haven't really said much other than when we had to make decisions.
That's because I don't know you guys. Plus, you're one to talk. You said that you'd be okay if Olivia died in your confessional.
That's terrible! As bad as it is to say, I low-key agree with Claudia.
Thanks, fam.
The point of a confessional is to keep it secret.
It's kind of hard when I'm the cameraman.
Whatever, I don't care.
I think we should assume that we can't trust anyone. Agreed?
We should keep walking, though. It could be coming back soon.
True, that was scary.
Yeah, let's go, Lewis. Or don't. It's whatever.
Are we almost there? My feet are killing me.
Keep complaining, and your feet won't be the only thing that's killing you.
Do you want to fight?
Try me.
Fight, 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 fight.
This girl is going to be the death of me.
We need to just stay calm. We can't fight until we get out of here. Then you girls can hoe down, throw down all you want.
By Miley Cyrus?
Shut up, Louise.
It was just a question.
No, really, shut up. Listen.
Is that monster thing?
I'm so scared. What do we do?
My gut says to run.
But which way?
Not this way! What do we do? This!
Told you. As you can see, I'm in quite the predicament. Hold on a second. There we go. To recap, we woke up in this weird church and are being hunted down by this yellow creature. Right now, that's me right there, am currently being pushed towards the creature right there. This ugly monster was causing my death. Oh, and the yellow demon thing is about to kill me. Roasted. Run!
You just pushed her.
I wasn't about to get killed.
That's so selfish.
I didn't used to be. I know it's hard to believe, but I actually had heart once. I would put others before me and did everything I could to make others happy, even if it meant I wasn't. Now, I wasn't a goody two-shoes or anything, but I thought being nice to others was the way to go. I guess you could say I was well-liked and pretty popular as a young teen. I thought having all the cool people as my friends was great since they went to all the exclusive parties. My goal was to have fun and not care or even think about anything that stressed me out. I spent most of my time during my early teens partying when I wasn't volunteering and helping others. Man, those nights were fun, until an accident made me realize that it was time to put myself first for once. One night after clubbing, we decided it was time to go home. One of my friends who hadn't been drinking too much offered to drive, but I didn't want them to have to worry about it, so I drove. We took back roads because it was easier to drive and it kept us away from all the traffic. We were laughing and having a great time until we rounded the corner too sharply. We didn't see the oncoming car that swerved into our lane. I swerved, but the other car still hit me straight on. Our car ended up flipping 4 times and my life flashed before my eyes. I could hear the blood-curdling cries and screams of my friends next to me, but they sounded so far away. I turned to my right and saw one of them with blood pouring from his head. I knew he was dead. I had never been so terrified in my life. At that moment, I prayed to God, asking him to help me get out of this and asking him for one last chance. It took ambulances over an hour to reach us. Later, we found out that people in the other car were drunk also, but they only ended up with minor bruises and scratches. I needed to change my lifestyle. I stopped putting others' needs before my own. I know the car accident was my fault because I was the one that drove. I put their lives before mine, and because of that, I almost died. I blame only myself. I learned selflessness is not a way to live life by. I only find solace in doing things for myself now.
Oh, that's so sad.
But you just killed her, dude.
LOL. Whoops.
Do you think we should keep walking?
My feet hurt though.
I bet Claudia could say the same.
Who do you even think you are?
I don't know. We went over this. I kind of miss Claudia.
Oh, stop complaining. It could have been you.
I'm super salty that Claudia is like dead. Man, I can't stand Olivia.
But you're sitting. Where should we go?
I don't know. I'm so scared that we'll run into something.
I think we should check these rooms.
I don't think we should. My gut says no.
What if there's something helpful in there?
I guess. I just don't think we should.
Let's check this one. Oh, hell no!
Quit being a wimp.
That's not very nice, Olivia.
Oh, shut up, Landon.
Where did we go?
My gut says there.
Oh no, here it comes! That room!
I think it's gone.
I don't hear the Spanish anymore.
Does anyone know what it's been saying?
I don't speak Spanish. This is America. We only speak English here.
Roasted.
What do we do?
Anyone have any more stories?
God, please no more stories. This video is already long enough.
What are these?
Oh my god, it's skinning other creatures.
No, they're costumes, you dip. I swear, he's the dumbest person I've met sometimes.
I'm sitting right here.
No one asked you, Luis. Should we put them on?
Do you think we should?
Maybe there's a reason they're here. Here, put this on.
But you guys are here. I can't change in front of girls.
Pretend we're not here.
Okay.
I'm scared it won't work.
It won't hurt to try.
It could. It could leap on us and maul up our faces before digging into our abdomens as we scream for help.
Oh yeah, whoops.
Ready?
I'm ready. I think this is a good idea.
Okay, I'll open the door. Where is it?
There.
We lived.
Are you okay, Lois?
I can understand it now.
What was it saying?
You don't want to know.
Girl, you're bigger than a bowl of oatmeal.
At least we survived. Now we can try and get out of here.
I think you guys should go that way.
Us? Why not you too?
It's coming back for me.
What?
Let's go quick. Can I do a confessional?
Sure.
Hello, this is my first confessional. My name is Louie.
Lois.
Louise, and I've had a lot of fun so far, minus the 2 people getting taken and stuff. I like to go on adventures and explore, so this has been great. So gossip. So did you guys hear about what Elizabeth wrote about Cheyenne in her freshman paper to her senior self? Oh my gosh, it was great. It said,
Girl, you're bigger than a bowl of oatmeal.
It's here.
Wait, is that his name?
Let's run.
There's a fire escape. Let's go.
Sorry, I just thought I saw something down there. I don't know what it was, but I saw it.
What'd it look like?
I don't know.
Well, let's just go now.
But what if it was something important?
Forget about it.
But it was just right there, too. I think I remember. It said curiosity killed the cat. Hello? It's me.
I think we should go this way. There's even a light down there.
After 8 hours of filming, I just want to get out of here.
I don't know about that. Maybe whoever is doing this is trying to trick us.
Nah.
Did you guys hear about that new episode of Pretty Little Liars?
It hasn't came out yet. What do you think?
Exit!